Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity without wavering. And this is another GMS en route, and basically we're gonna call it, fines in these times, or the mass, fines from the mass, or something dealing with the fines. Because what they're doing now, and I'll figure out the right way, to Lord willing, through the Spirit, how to title it. But what they're doing now is they're issuing out fines. They're setting that up. We've seen this coming. We've been speaking about it, and it's funny because a lot of times we'll talk, which is stupid. Here it is, okay, you in your car, why you wearing a goddamn mask? But eventually Esau went, and see, and this is and we tell you, and the scriptures tell you, never trust your enemy, man. And Esau is a lowlife, man. He does things, just to make mockery of people. That's why they'll make you wear masks, but they don't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting a dunce cap on you, But if you don't, they plan on finding you. You see what I'm saying? Now, this ain't going to be that long unless the Spirit allow it to go further. But I'm going to just read some of this, from the CT News. Now, this is in the state of Connecticut, which, the tri-state, they all kind of follow behind each other. And then, up north, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. And they already got this implemented in certain areas already. But eventually, don't be surprised you see this thing implemented, throughout. It says fines will now be issued for mass event size violations in Connecticut, right? Deadhead Lamont says. It says fines will now be implemented for those who are not following. And see, Esau, he just worked this thing up in there. And it tell you about how they do this in Micah, the 2nd chapter. It tell you in the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter, how they, matter of fact, let me just go, I'm going to pull the scripture up real quick, because Esau is doing the same old thing, being the devil that he always was and has been. He ain't doing nothing different or whatever, and he's supposed to do what he's doing. And see, the thing is, what he don't realize is that this is going to lead, ultimately, this is going to lead up to his destruction. Because we are in the time of his destruction, you see. So this is beautiful that Esau does these things. It's beautiful that he continued to be the devil, because it was prophesied, And trust me, Esau is being affected by this truth is really what got Esau inflamed and all riled up, because this word went out so strong, and they thought that they could conceal it, that they could stop it from going out. But, it went through the four corners of the earth. The elect of the Lord got sealed. So now it's time for what? Now it's time for the Lord. He's going to bring the hammer. You see? And remember, the scriptures say the Lord is going to let judgment run on this place like water, man. Like an overflowing river that you can't stop. That's how the judgment's going to come. And it happening, man. People are dying, whether it be by brutality, the cops. You had that fatal car accident in New Jersey. Everybody's all sat over with the, I think they were Guatemalan. The guy was, that seemed to always happen in those areas. The guy was driving the wrong side of the highway or something like that and smashed right into him. Killed the chicks, the father and everything. The Most High is bringing death, man. And see, the thing is, the scriptures say, whoever perished being innocent, man. All right? Now, you don't know, you got people that say, well, that was sad, that was messed up. You got people that even question the Most High. They get beside themselves, man. And that's why the Most High gonna check you simpletons, man. That sit there and try to question his judgments. The scriptures tell you all the judgments of the Lord are righteousness, man. And again, in Job it said, whoever perished being innocent. You don't know what that person did, what they were guilty of, whether in this life or in the past life. Nonetheless, the scriptures tell you the issues of death belong to the Most High. So if somebody get smoked or get caught in in a shootout, a stray bullet, that was a judgment from the Lord. Now, that's not saying that a righteous man can't get put to death or whatever because that's, you know, the righteous, you know, that's part of it too. That's part of the sufferings. But you're going a righteous man to get put to death for believing in the truth, for the sake of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. You understand? Not for doing you know, wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Not for doing no wickedness. Not for selling drugs out there, you know, robbing people and you know, child molesting, and, you know what I'm saying, raping little kids, or so to speak, or being, nah, that ain't gonna happen. But now, of course, for the word and everything, yeah, the man of the Lord could too. The scriptures speak on that as well. You see? Now, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. See? Because why? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It's in the power of their hand to do this wickedness, man. All right, Esau got, you know, he got a little bit of time to do this last bit of wickedness, man. And that's why he's stepping everything up. And it said in the morning, when it is morning, they practice it. So that's why when you wake up, you start finding out all of a sudden this new legislation that further enslaves you. Basically, you know how much money they're gonna make off of this, man? You know how many people, you know, you got people fighting people already about not wearing a mask, right? So they're gonna get people, and you got people that's having parties and everything, so they're gonna get these people, man. Now, going back to the article, it said, the government said, or the governor, pardon, said a $100 fine will be implemented for individuals who do not follow the state mask order. So if you're walking around not wearing a mask or whatever, they can fine you $100 now. You see? And guess what? They got a snitch line out there. They encourage it. They plaster it all over. They make these businesses put it outside they store and everything, you know, where, you know, you see the sign, make sure you wear a mask. And if you see someone that's not wearing a mask, call a mask hotline or whatever, you know, they actually got a phone number, a hotline, a snitch hotline. And that's how a lot of situations be happening, man. Then you got a lot of people that are just fighting, beating. You had a 70-year-old guy got beat down and everything because he didn't have a mask on. You see? So instead of offering somebody a mask, at least, you know, they want to arrest you. They don't want to give you, because showing you that it's a, you know, once again, the Apostle Paul always said it best. It's a futile system. You know, it's a futile system. Meaning everything is based off of taxation and oppression, and you know, them just gouging into your pockets. And every little thing. If you want to breathe, you got to pay for it. You want to drink water. You want, you know, anything you need. If you want to exist, you got to pay just to exist. You see? But it says also people will now have to pay a $500 fine for organizing an event that exceeds size limits, and those who attend the events that exceed the size limits will have to pay a $250 fine, Lamont said. So you know what they targeting, all these different parties. And trust me, you got them Karens out there, them nosy Nancy, the neighbors that sit there and always in your business. You sit there and have a gathering, it could be an innocent baby shower, a kid's party. Guess what? The cops are gonna show up and they're gonna issue out tickets, man. And then if you know what's gonna happen, people won't, especially with Jake, you know, they're gonna start arguing and fighting, and then they're gonna start arresting you. They might even shoot some of you, tasing you and everything. So this is gonna start a whole nother protest. Now, since we in a time everybody wants to try to protest everything, you see, it says currently gatherings of 25 people are allowed indoors, and 100 person gathering are allowed outdoors. You see, so they give you a little play where you have 25 people over to your house, and you know they're gonna really implement this on, you know, Jake that's doing a little bit better. That might be, you know, a little out the hood, the suburbs closest to the hood, so to speak, you know, that have little land, and also too, you know, the Edomites that are there, because normally that's where they have those big parties and everything. Halloween parties, Thanksgiving dinners and all that. Hey, it's gonna all be different this go around. And you better believe Esau's gonna be on a hunt, trying to rack up as many, tickets as they can. You see, so this goes to show you that it's not about your health and your well-being and your safety. It's about money. And then eventually, what's gonna happen is they're gonna start locking people up, just like with motor vehicle, And this is why they're pushing those vaccines, right? And this is why they're gonna push the chip, all right? Because it's gonna help them keep track over how many people are, frequenting at this place or this event, who's not practicing social distancing. The new shit now. Well, it ain't that new no more, but social distancing. And then that's why they had the thing with the face recognition. That basically they got the drones. And hell, your own phone. Your own phones, it's all integrated, and that's both. See, Esau, it all correlates, man. Everything tie in that what Esau's doing. As far as they want to put a big net. You got DARPA putting all these satellites to have a net right in the sky and form like a basically encompass the Earth with like a net, an actual Wi-Fi net, if you will. Of signals integrating to give a stronger signal, and I believe too to try to, in their mind, they think that's going to give them an advantage over the chariots, the so-called UFOs, when they come back, which they bugging because they ain't gonna. There's no advantage that they can have. The other day you had the brothers uploaded shows, and we keep saying it too, and eventually you're gonna catch on. You're gonna say, wait a minute, man. You sitting up there being mad and angry at these guys. These are the men of the Lord. They're the prophets. But it's going to be too late for a lot of you. It's going to be too late for a lot of you. But anyway, I just wanted to just bring that out, information on that. The scriptures say, woe unto you that decree unrighteous decrees. Isaiah, the 10th chapter. And that's a straight up cut to that, that law of a mask, man. And that goes to show you, and we always told you, you don't have no liberties and no freedom, man. You never did, and in this setup, you never will. But anyway, with that, hopefully, you brothers were edified. And as always, I give all glory and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Say shalom to you. Shalom.